So oh my God, I have a little paper to start with, but now I forgot the paper, so that can happen too. So we had a lot of things to mention before the meeting starts, but every time I forget. What I remember is that there's also a possibility to do a one-to-one. So if you want to, oh, John is picking it. If you want to have a conversation, just private conversation during the week, then you can call me just like that. But if I'm not available or not picking up the phone, you can also write an email and we do a one-to-one. That's on my website. You can read it. Okay, now, oh, yeah, okay. Okay. I think this is what I have to do. There will be a meeting in Sacramento in December, 1 till 3 December. And there will be a meeting in Amsterdam in October, an English meeting. Like it's the 21, 22 October. So you can all read it on my website. So that's it. I think that's it. And this is everything. Everything is it. This is so simple and so ordinary and not even a message. So it's not even something to tell to people. There are no people, there are no individuals. So there's nothing to tell. There's only this. And there's talking about it. That's what's apparently is happening. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. That's such a weird saying. Like we are so normal into I'm in my life and I have to do something to make my life work. I'm living in a world with all kind of happenings and everything is real and in time. And there's also always two. There's always, in a way, good and bad in a way. But there's before and after, there's lower and higher. And there's all when there's lower and higher and there's time, there's always a road. There's some development. There seems to be development from lower till higher or the other way around, or better, or from worse till better, or more complete, or everything is going, seems like going up. Sometimes it's going down. And that's how we live our lives, like always trying to get better or get a better life or more complete, more relaxed, always something. It's always something else. When there's two, there's something, there seems to be something lost. It's so obvious. I'm here and there are other people and there's the world with all kind of happenings that happening to me and their feelings, bad feelings, good feelings. It's always something, wanting something else, wanting to feel better about myself, change the world, change something that's happening to me or myself. There seems to be something not right. When there's two and I'm here and the world is there, there always is some not satisfied. It's not enough. It's never enough for a while, and then it's again not enough or not satisfying, or there's something wrong, or there's gone something wrong. I'm not good enough. So there's always something going on, and there seems to be a development or a road or something to go to get what we want, some hope that it finally will work. It's an endless trying and searching for something that will never be found. That's that's an awful message in a way, but it will never be found because there's nothing lost. That's the other side of it. There's nothing lost. There's already one. But it seems so obvious that there's always two, and lower and higher, and before and better and worse. We are so into that, not only belief, but it's so embodied. That concept is so embodied and seems so real. And when there's that belief and concept, there's also the experience and the confirmation that it's like that. And then there's hearing this message saying, no, there's only one. There's moving a hand. There's no right or wrong. There's what is. There's what apparently is happening. That's it. There's nothing right or wrong with that, or better or worse. It's what it is. That's it. It's very, very ordinary and simple, and not trying to convince or having the truth or whatever. It's only saying this is what it is. Glass. You don't need to mention to name it, but when it's just saying a table, a glass, a feeling, and there's no one. When there's one, there can't be someone. But when there's someone, there's two. There's me and the world or other persons. So there's only one, and there's no one living that. And when we are talking about this, there's that non-duality talkings. There's trying to see, or maybe to hear what's going on, and then seeing like, oh my God, there's no me, and there can be a seeing of no me. But me seems to be the problem. Like when there's a me here inside, and maybe there's trying to lose that or trying to get less of that me or something like that. There's already no me. There's already no me. There's nothing going on. When there's a feeling, then that's the feeling. That's it. And there can be a construct or a belief that it should be better or it should be different. It's only a belief or a concept. Doesn't mean it's real or true. You don't have to lose it. It's not solid. There can be a belief and that's it. Doesn't mean it's real or true or really happening. There can be a sudden belief or embodied belief, but there's no need to change that. When there's that belief, then that's what's apparently happening. Nothing is right, nothing is wrong. This is not a message about trying to have a better life. It's everything. And when it's everything, then it's everything. It's unconditional. There's nothing wrong. That's amazing. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't matter if there's a lot of thoughts, believing I'm someone, then that's what's apparently is happening. Doesn't need to say that. Well, that's it. There's nothing wrong with anything. Nothing right with anything either. So it's already what's going on. It's already complete. It's what it is. It's very simple. Doesn't have to do anything to do with a better thing or more healthy or whatever. It's what it is. It can be pain, but there's no one. So pain can happen in space. It's not that Rose has no me, something like that. No, there's no Rose. Rose isn't is we are so into this is the body and there's someone inside and that me can go away, but still then there's that Rose and she has a life and how does she do it and da 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 da. There's no Rose, so there's a face maybe, that front, that's it. That's what's seen, that's it. And what people can have is that brain can abstract everything, so it fills in the gaps and a lot of ideas about what's going on because that's safe. It's feeling like, oh, there's Rose and there's the whole body of Rose and she has a life. When because I have a life too, I want to believe, or I believe, or it's sure that I have a life and I'm here. So it's a lot about going on about feeling safe and feeling I exist. So that gives a feeling of safety or strong or something like that. So this is about sorry. This is about free fall. There's nothing happening. There can be a hand. That's it. It's not a hand of rose, it's a hand. Or feelings can happen in space or streets, pain. There's nothing happening. Nothing is real. It's only an appearance of all streets and bodies and feelings. Going nowhere doesn't have any meaning. We are so into meaning, and this is important and this is not important. And then there's hearing, oh, it doesn't have any meaning. It's a computer, yeah? Just a computer. That's it. Or a feeling, pain, a lamp. It's very simple. We are not used to that simplicity. We are so used to having stories and filling in, and this is happening to me, and yesterday it was like that, and a long time ago, and now it's like that, and all. We are so into stories. We're so used to that. But in the same time, it's very complicated and seems to have problems coming with all those stories. And this is the complete simplicity of that it's everything. It's everything. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's anything. Some circumstances, then that's what's apparently is happening. It's just that. It's very, very normal and ordinary. It's what it is. So we can talk about that and we can share maybe, or maybe there are questions about it. And we can share about anything. It doesn't need to be non-duality language. If you have a story, then you have a story and you tell your story, and maybe that's what's coming up. Any question can come up. We say, no, some people have to laugh. I say it's about your mother, then it's about your mother, or it's about money, or it's about something in the story. It doesn't matter, because otherwise it seems like, oh, I can't talk about the story because I know there's no story. That's such a concept. Doesn't matter if you believe or understand those concepts. But still, there's something going on in the story, and there can be some questions about that. Then you'll see what happens when those questions are asked. So please go, or don't say anything. That's fine too.
Dat is een hondje, Roos.
Oh, okay, Linda. Okay, go on.
Hi.
Hi.
I've asked this. Hi. I've asked this question before, but it's anyway, it's coming up again.
Mm.
There's been like a longing for a long time to go back to when I was a small child because it seemed like I was happy back then and like something was lost in my childhood. So is that just the same? It's just what's coming up and yeah. I mean, I know I can't do anything about it, but
But
it's still
that's
there
it.
wondering about
That's
what
that
happened.
innocence. Yeah, that innocence and that little child. Yeah, yeah, that's where we talk about.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's already that. It's already what's going on. What
Oh
me
yeah, I
is,
keep
what we
forgetting.
think about me is like, no, it isn't. That's me. And that's so amazingly strong. That's can't believe it's this. It's everything what's going on because there's a feeling somewhere like it should be different than this what's going on.
I
No, it
keep
isn't.
forgetting that. Yeah.
But that's so strong. It's so can be for a
Yeah.
moment and then hop, it's back again. Yeah, because
So
it's also
it's
like this. Yeah, of course. It's
it's all
already
the
what's
same
going
thing.
on. Yeah, it's the same, but there's what is extra with adults or with people is that looking at it and then thinking, oh my God, oh what is going on, and oh this is feels awful or something like that. It's not awful. It's a feeling, and there's no one. So we are so sure, or not even sure, that it's happening to me. It's not happening to you. It's happening. It's somewhere. There's that feeling. Can be any feeling. It doesn't mean it's nice or it's not. It's not about nice or that's looking at it and saying, "Oh, this is nice and this is not nice." It's what it is, or tiredness or joy or anything what's going on, if that talking about a feeling.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yes, you said that right in the beginning too, that it's everything. And
Yeah,
yeah, and I see that, yeah. So it's the same as anything else. A longing is the same as the lamp over there or the floor or anything else. It's not something special that needs to be, acknowledged or whatever. So, okay.
we we are so used to do. That's the way we know. Like, what can we Oh, it's about everything. So I can say, oh, that's okay. It's just a lamp. Or we try to do something with it. That's what we know. That's what we're used to. So that's when there's this message or another, then we go along with that. That's how we not you're not only the one, but everyone, a lot of people go on with that because everything you can't imagine. When there's something like, oh, it's about feeling good or it's about relaxation or it's about then we can try to make it happen and to do with the exercises, or that's what most people like, and there are a lot of people coming to those meetings. But when they're saying it's everything, yeah, but how can you do everything? It's impossible. So we're stuck. And then there's something else. Then it's not about reaching that or getting there. It's about, oh, not knowing. ah, then there's something going on. Because it's not about something to reach, it's already what is. Well, so close, it's so intimate, it's so what already is going on.
Mm.
You can't miss it. Mm. but we
Thank
don't want
you.
it.
We don't
Sometimes we
want
don't
it.
want
Is
it.
that what you said?
A
Yeah.
lot of, yeah, that's a lot of times. It's like that. Oh, is it that? Oh no, I don't want. Yeah. Hmm. It can't be any circumstances. That's that should be awful. So, something like that. Yeah, it's like, but circumstances are. We are so into a story. Its circumstances is not a lot of things happening. There's moving a hand. There's sitting. There's so it's much more simple than already a story. Yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, those questions come up again and again and again. Doesn't matter. Yeah, of course. Mm.
Yeah, it's that strong sense. It's the same thing. It always comes back to, it seems like, is that something was lost, you
Hmm.
know? So that's like just, and so that's just, yeah,
But when there's, I know, when there's something lost, that innocence, that feeling of certain joy, of happiness, or something like that. But we think like, oh, we're looking for joy. This that can be in all kind of more money, or I have all kind of circumstances where we can find it maybe. And the strange thing is that when there's nothing going on, like trying to find it, then it's suddenly there. And it's like, oh, oh my God, there's nothing to do with circumstances. I thought it was when I'm totally relaxed, or when my husband is more just doing the things I should lie, or all that. But it has nothing to do with that. It's that looking for it, that this is not written and all that, that is like, oh, then it seems like it's lost, because then it's not. Yeah, I can't say it, but then when that looking is not there, or not that searching is, can be for a moment. It's just there, walking in the woods. Maybe it's even that. Sometimes there's walk, and then there's nothing going on. I like, and then suddenly it's just that. And then we think, oh, we should walk in the woods more. It has nothing to do with the woods, but there's that search. That, oh,
yeah,
well, it's just, it's for a moment, can be not there. It's not always there. That me, or that looking for things. Then suddenly, but you think it's because of that circumstances or what you do, but it has nothing
that's
to do
right.
with. Yeah.
I know.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah.
Thank you, Rose.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Rose.
Hi. Hello.
Rose, it is really clear when what you're talking about right now. This when it doesn't happen to me, then things just happen,
Hmm.
and then you can just look uh, at it, and yeah, it really I don't know, much more yeah, not easy, but when when there's just looking, or what how to
Yeah.
put it. But when there's this, it happens to me, then the problems appear. Yeah.
It's so straight, and you can't do anything about it. And when that's going on, that's not like, oh my God, I lost it or so, because
No.
that's always the trouble, that you think. No, then that can be some me going on, or going on. That maybe that can happen here too. And then that's what's happening. Yeah. Then there's maybe more, that more contracted energy, or I don't know. Then that's what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can happen. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And Rose, when you say it's just simple and ordinary, like this, in a way, it's for me, it can be nearly as insanity.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Not that I'm going to a hospital,
yeah.
but this that it is so how to put it, just that it is simple. It is too much for the me, or for in a way what I have experienced in my life. Everything is turned around or how to put it, and in a way, sometimes okay, and and sometimes it's just too much. This turning around, yeah, in a way, everything. With, it's maybe difficult for me to explain how it can go. Um,
But what you
how
mean with it's too much feelings or too much, I don't
Yeah,
know.
in a way, for in these days, the thoughts really goes into, and I just what the hell is going on, and at the same time, there is in a way, the trust that it is just the me which really trying to fuck it up or whatever, and make everything unstable, and yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
yeah, maybe free in another way. I just want to say it's free fall, and this free fall,
Really
there's
freefall.
yeah, and there's this
Yeah.
I want to hold on, and and at the same time, it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
yeah,
That it seems a bit when you say that it's fighting for its life.
yeah,
It's that survival system, it wants to go on because that's an energy that's going on and it's getting stronger. And in
yeah,
the same time, there's something else going on. Yeah. I
exactly,
can yeah,
exactly,
I know that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and this goes also into this when this really strange um, thing that there's no one there. And it really goes in when I have been talking about relations, it has been to uh, uh, in a way, thoughts from another person, feelings, and so on. And when there's no one behind this thoughts, feelings, then just thoughts, feelings, and whatever, then it's much more free, and at the same time really, really strange.
Yeah. Yeah. You get used to it.
Thank you, Rose.
Really. Really, because it's that simple. Yeah, because we're so used to put it on somebody and the brain is going on about we are so used to a lot of concepts about what's going on and I don't like you to say that or all that. We're so and then suddenly there's something else and then yeah, it's different. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
getting simpler and simpler and simpler. That's
exactly.
more yeah.
And just
Yeah.
this, when you say there's something else, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so strange. That can be so strong that there's somewhere it's so no, not even known, but it's so obvious. And then that in the same time, that those thoughts can go on, or maybe that trying to pick it up, and that yeah, of course, that's I know that I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes it can be like that too. That's suddenly that sudden, and then, but then there's nothing going on to pick it up. That doesn't work anymore. So then it goes. And when that's that, how do you say, when that already, that's so strong, that light, you could say, how do you say it, light, then that that whoa, that trying, that survivalism loses its power, can't go on in the same way, so it gets less and less, because it that are trying to pick it up, that's not so much working. It doesn't have the energy anymore, something
No.
like that.
Yeah.
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 And as Linda was talking about earlier, this childhood thing, I have there's just been a sensing, a subtle sensing in me, in a way like this. There is something else than this. You can say thinking, feelings, and so on. There's just in a way beyond beyond this. As you say, sometimes say, when we are a child, then it goes into this contracted energy and so on, and then this layer of me goes further and further, and in a way then it's nearly hard to see that can be a different normality, or just simple living. And this simple living, or this childhood thing, is just somewhere in the body say, hey, I'm here, or it is just so simple, or it's just so ordinary, or yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah,
But
it
it's
was
so, but
it
it's
was a good
so,
story.
it's not lost, but it's somewhere in the back, or some, no, not in the back, but some, it's that's where there's that recognizing, like that childlikeness, and that
Yeah,
freedom, and that, oh, that's, it's everybody knows in a way, or remembers, or how do you say it, somewhere.
yeah,
And then hearing it's still there, then there's suddenly like, oh, I thought I lost it, and I have to do something to get it back, or all that. And it's not like that. Oh, wow. Huh? How is that possible? And then, but then there's that, also that survival mechanism that is always trying to get it. And when there's that, no, you could say relaxation, but not that's so strong anymore. Then it's like the loss is the same as, like, oh, it's there again. But it's about loss of all those control and concept, which we thought it would help us, but it's the other way around.
yeah.
It's so
It is like,
strange.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this. When my mother said, don't you think what the neighbor think? And when I was a child, I just said, no, not at all. And then I was grown up, then I think what the neighbor, yeah, fuck, it's
Yeah.
really
Yeah. It becomes something to be busy with. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God. It's like if you learn that, and then suddenly, oh my God, it's without that it's, and then people think, like, that awareness, that looking at yourself, and always busy with doing the right thing, and all that, and being busy with the neighbor, and all that. And if that isn't there, you can't live. Yes, you can.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, wow. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Where's the responsibility? Now it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. But how can you live without responsibility? What is that? Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Mm,
Okay.
yeah, thanks. You don't need to agree with what is said here. When you think and you feel like, oh, this can't be true. Then you can say that, or maybe not. But so we can chat about that also. So it doesn't need to be that everybody agrees. Yeah. No.
So, Rosemary, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you ever meet Paul Morgan Summers?
No, I don't know
No.
him. Or I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh,
No.
yeah. I met him at a conference last autumn. And he says it's the ocean. It's not a thing. It's just not two. It's only if there are two edges, you can say something about you can even say something. Only if there is like better, not so good or bad, and then you can say something, language, but if there are no edges, then everything disappears. It's like you can't even say something. And then the me comes and somehow tells me, oh, you will get very lonely if
Lonely.
yes, loneliness.
When there's why that's what you think when he's talking like that, you mean?
Oh, not him. He is a
Or,
very cheerful
or for
person.
me? Oh, no,
Rather
but that's what
the
but
feeling,
this
yeah.
has nothing to do with loneliness. There's
No.
there's
Okay.
also no loneliness or togetherness or that loneliness is part of that feeling that I'm here and there's someone, or
Yeah.
I'm sitting alone on my couch and people are there having fun, or I don't know, something like that. But when there's what is that, then there's nothing is going on about lonely or together or all that, because that's someone is how do you say it? That is when there's someone, then there's trying to say and feel like, oh, how do I feel, and I'm alone because there's no one or all that. When there's no one, there can be feelings, but sometimes you don't know how the feeling is. It can be like a heavy feeling, or but then there is a feeling, but not for anyone, and that comes and goes, and that's it. It's not trying to deal with anything or to, yeah, busy with, oh, how do I feel and what is there? No, there's no me, so there's nothing going on about what's happening. It's just happening. There's no loneliness. There's also no not feeling really together, or how do you say that, connected.
Mm.
That's also not happening. That's a construct. We are so busy with not. There can be feelings like anger, or that primal fear, like fear or sadness or all that. But loneliness, it's like looking at yourself and thinking, oh, there's no one else here, and then making a story of what's going on.
Yes.
That making a story, when that's lost, then they're sitting on the couch watching television maybe, or that's it. Not right or wrong, it's what's happening.
So would you say all the feelings we used to label, except for the five primary, would be concepts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, making something else of what's going on. There's going on sitting on the couch, and there's making of it. Oh, I'm feeling so alone. That's something. It's a bit strange, but that making of it, and then that feeling, and that can be tears and all that all depression. Oh yeah, it's a story, but like that. There's only sitting on the couch. That's it. And then, but we are seeing everything as real. That's also part of that whole story. When there's this body and I have to take care of it and I have responsible for what I'm feeling and all that, then all everything's going with loneliness and connecting and relations and all that is part of that whole thing. So when that story is going like I am responsible for my life and all that, so when that's lost, there's sitting on the couch, moving, eating chocolate. I don't know. That's it. It's no life of Rose or somebody else. It's a construct, but that's so embodied and so seems so real because we see that body and think it's always there and I'm in it and that's so the normal way. And then there's hearing this one, oh, there's not only no one in it, the body is also not real. It's an appearance. It can be there, part of it can be seen or not. It's like, huh? What's going on? There's not so much going on. Yeah, the whole story is lost then.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. There's a chat, I see. Another kind of question. What food is the best for the body? More people speak now about the carnivore diet, and then you have the whole vegan hype. There's no one. So I don't know. There's no one. There's no real body. So they can be taking vegan menus, or they can be being busy with that. Then there's eating carnivore, eating meat. It's what's happening. It's going to the shop and then or that shop or that shop. Oh, and then that's what's going on. But there's no real body. Nothing is real. And there's no one in it that has a choice to make things happen. That's the story of me, and where people are so convinced that they have a choice and they are there, they exist, they have a choice, and they have to take care of their body. Because if I don't take care, my body will not be healthy, and then maybe I'm getting sick and all that. I don't know. We think that we are responsible for everything what's going on. That's that whole me construct, what's on top of what's going on. That can be eating meat or, I don't know, eating healthy. And on top of that, there's looking at it and thinking, oh, there's always then thinking, do I do the right thing? Do I do not the right thing? What is best? What is it? That's part of that me construct. And it's always busy with what is right, what is wrong. I feeling sick. Oh, that's maybe because I eat too much candy. Oh, I did eat meat. Maybe I should eat more. No, it's always busy. Like it's my responsibility to that if the body isn't healthy, that's my fault, and or I'm doing not the right thing. There's no one who chooses. It's life. It's energetic. So when there's an illness, it has nothing to do with you. There's no cause and effect. There's no time. So there's this. There can be illness or an infection or eating healthy or candy or walking. It's what's happening. It has nothing to do with you. There is no you. There's not only no you inside this body, the body isn't real. Nothing is real. So there can be, oh, a hand. That's it. That's everything. It's complete chaos. It's not all bodies and individuals going. It's a phase. There's no back. So there's no before and after, but there's also no front and no backside. We are so into two things always. We're so used to think about that. There's only one. It's very singular. That doesn't mean it's not seeing that there's something behind. But the whole story about consequences and all that, that's lost. There are no consequences. Nothing is because of you. There's there's no one. It's a construct which is so believed and embodied that there's someone and there's responsibility and free will. That's the story of me, and it's surviving and responsible for what's going on and all that. Looking for solutions. And here, in these meetings, there are no answers. There are no answers because there's nothing happening. There's nothing. There's what's happening, and that's it. It's what it is. And when there's me, there's always going on like, oh, this can't be right. It's not enough. Oh, what I did the wrong thing. And there's always it has to change. This can't be it. Sort of like that drive that can be so strong. That seems the normal way. And then there's nothing wrong. There's nothing. It can't be wrong. It's what it is. That's it. It's what it is. That's it. Can be a lot of thoughts, then that's what's happening. So there's nothing going on. This is right or this is wrong. That's something completely different than what we're used to, because there's always comparing and always busy with what you can do or should do or not do, or what I did or all that. It's always something wrong. And then hearing there's nothing wrong. You can't even, that's the longing, that there's nothing wrong, that it's everything. When I'm saying it's everything, then it's everything. There's nothing wrong. It doesn't matter, doesn't mean it's nice. That's not what I'm saying. It's not wrong or right. It's what it is. It's very simple, and just saying that. So there's nothing wrong or right. You can't say that only to yourself, because that's a new concept and saying that. But that's the freedom. There's nothing wrong. No, of course not. It's that taste or that clothes or that behavior. Doesn't mean you say it like, come on, leg, go on, go away. You can't. That doesn't mean you can't say that. Of course you can say that. Then that's what's happening. It's not right or wrong either. You can't make a behavior of that. So that's the beauty of this message. You can't do anything with it. You can't grasp it. You can't think like, oh, I could do that, or maybe it's that. No, it's everything. Everything. Yeah, it's everything. Thoughts, chairs, feeling. Yeah. That's unconditional love. That's unconditional love. That it's everything. Doesn't mean that's in saying like, oh yeah, thank you, thank you. No, of course not. That's a new behavior. It's everything. Everything. Can be like that. Yeah. It's not safe either. It's not about safe. It's what it is. So I don't know. It's not knowing. It's already not knowing, of course, but we try to know, so be safe, but there's not knowing. No. That's another chat. I get it that there's no right or wrong, but I guess it's natural to act against child abuse, for example. I don't know what can happen. I don't know. That it's not in a story somewhere. When it's happening around, we will see what's going on. I don't know. I don't know. This is not like a story, an having a certain behavior. This is right to do or not, but in certain circumstances, I don't know. And it doesn't. It has nothing to do with right or wrong. It's energetic. It's energetic. What's going on? So I don't know. We'll see. But there's no world. There's no world. Nothing is real. We are so assuming that everything is outside and there's a lot happening there and a lot of information of what's going on. And we have a lot of thoughts. There can be a lot of thoughts about what's going on and what should be done. It's only information. This is everything. What's going on? Apparently. Nothing is real. It's so convincing that there's a real world and circumstances are real. And then hearing it's energy, it's circumstances, and they're there and it's gone. There's no continuation. There's this. That's it. It's you can't understand that all that. I don't. It's just it's amazing. Yeah. A mystery in a way. In the same time, it's what it is. That's very simple. It's very literally this. It can be information about another country. Then there's reading information or listening on the television what's going on in another country. That information is going on, and you close it, and it's gone. It's crazy. It's also crazy that we think that everything is happening, that there's a lot of things going on. I can say that too. It's this. It's a hand. It's sitting. It's already that. That's what is. That's the freedom. That's what is. It it doesn't need it's tiny. It's very tiny and simple and ordinary. No story with it. It's sitting or seeing dirt. It's just that. That's everything. It's not an abstract thing. It's already what's going on. And it's also not a new message like saying to everybody when there's something happening like, oh, but there's no me and there's no world. Then there will be trying to convince everybody about this. No, that has nothing to do with this. When there's something happening, there's a response, just natural like that. Can be like, oh my God, what is this? Or I don't know. Anything can happen. It's energetic. It's that. It's not a new way of living. No.
Hello, Rose.
Hello. Hi.
Yes, I thought earlier on about you saying nothing is real. There's no reality, but then that I'm still looking for a reality of non-reality. You know, as if it's replaced, that this reality will be replaced by a reality of the unreal.
Ah.
I think that's what you're still looking for. Oh, it must be different to what is seen now. So if I see things as real and you say they're not, things are not real, then this can't be it, you know, then
I know. When that feeling of that me, that mechanism, that it's when that's there, there will always be a doubt or a questioning or saying, now I don't see that what she's saying, so that's still not there, or all that. That's part of that construct.
yes.
But what is not heard in the same time is then it said it's everything. So it doesn't matter if it's seen in that way or in that way. That's energetic. So that's what's happening.
Yes. But I could be chatting with people who view this reality as really real and only real, and then there's no contradiction. But
No,
because I
it
hear
doesn't
you
matter.
say something different, it feels challenging, you know, and
Yeah.
then fear comes up, and then I fall asleep.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's
Ah,
no story in that. There's falling asleep, and everything is energetic. I don't know why how things happen. It's energetic. So falling asleep or seeing in a certain way, then it's not it's seeing that table and believing it's real. Yeah, then that's so what? Then that's it. There, how can I talk with people that they believe that's real? Then I should do everything. Oh, but that's not. I know it's everything. So it doesn't matter if it's real or it's seen as real or it's no. It's exactly how it is.
yeah.
But that it's
Just hearing that
unbelievable.
it's both. Yeah. Hearing that
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
both.
yeah. We are
Yeah.
so into comparing, like, oh, she sees like that, and I don't see it like that, something like that. It's so quickly done in that way.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then hearing it's everything, you can't imagine, so that's already past. That's because we're into that other thing, and then
Mm,
everything is everything. Yeah. So it doesn't matter the way you look, the way you are looking, or the way you look, or anything.
mm.
It's that.
There's
Doesn't mean it's
nobody. Yeah.
nice or what, but it's not better or deeper or no, of course not.
Yeah.
Verder, hoe zeg je dat? How do you say that? It's not. I see it better than you. Come on, no.
Yeah. Yes.
It's what it is. Yeah, they're seeing this and they're seeing that. That's the difference. But that's only that. So what?
That's what appears then.
Yeah, that's
Mm.
life in a certain way, and it's energetic. So it's unique. It's unique. So then that it's different, of course. We think it's in the way we look, in our behavior, in oh,
Mm.
when she says it like that, I can't see that. So it's in the looking in a certain way. We think it's that in that certain kind of thing, because we always used to look for something in a way, some way, or some behavior, or some looking, or that, and it has nothing to do with that. But that's completely out of our normal way of thinking. So we can't imagine that. We can't. Sometimes we can't even hear that because that's then how yeah, you can't do anything with that. It's like oh, not even understandable. It's that.
Yes. Yeah. I think the fear comes up because it can't be grasped. So, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
it feels
yeah,
like it's going to
yeah,
go burst.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
hear it's just one thought
yeah,
answering another one and looking
yeah,
for solutions. And
yeah,
that when there's no problem, but that's just another thought, you know.
yeah,
Oh, I used to,
yeah.
in a way, feel quite at home and feel drawn to this message. And now it's like, maybe it's this, well, there's no choice. It's just being here, but it's, yeah, it's challenging. I find it really challenging these days. Much more confronting, much more fear, or wanting to fall asleep because, like, no.
Yeah, but there's no reason for anything. So we can also say like, oh, there's something happening now. There's not much more fear now. There's making a story of everything. That's so the
Yeah,
normal how we do it. That's so how we do it. And there can be fear of falling asleep. I don't know why. Then that's there. There can be here falling asleep,
yes,
watching
yes,
television,
yes, yes.
falling asleep.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Still looking for other than
yeah. That's
looking for
so
this other reality.
Yeah, yeah. Still, oh, now is
Yeah.
there's happening something because I'm more often falling asleep. Ah, that's so, I know, I know.
Yes.
I
Oh,
did all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Of course, it's so
Yes.
clever. Oh my God. Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
say I can see this
Yeah, yeah,
making up a story in time.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's amazing. And then it doesn't matter. It's just how it goes. It's so clever and you can laugh about it and it's going again and you believe it again. Oh, yeah. That's how it goes. That's that energetic. And then suddenly, like, oh,
Mm.
there's something else. Maybe not everything, but it doesn't matter. It's suddenly some beliefs or some concepts are not so much
Yes, yes.
strong anymore. Yeah.
They're straight away going in another story loop
Yeah, 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 yeah.
as you're
Of
speaking. It's
course.
like,
Yeah. I know, but yeah, of course. That's how it goes. I
yeah.
know. Well, I did all that. Of course, yeah. Yeah. And then suddenly it's sometimes you don't, but it's not even noticed. And when it's something is falling away, it's not even noticed. And then there's just going on and then somebody says something and so you're like, oh, oh, I didn't see that it was gone. So yeah, it's like that.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And it doesn't matter what's going on. We are so busy with trying to live in a certain way or
Yes, yeah.
subtly or all that. It's so the normal
Mm.
way. And then hearing it's already everything. It doesn't matter what is done, falling asleep and this. It's changing all the time and it's going nowhere. It's chaotic. It's not in a certain development or no, it's already just this and then that, a feeling and yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Mm.
Mm, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. There's nothing to get. This meeting doesn't go anywhere. There's nothing to get. It's already what is happening. And it doesn't matter what it is. It's everything. Thoughts, feelings, streets, thinking, oh, it's everything. It's already what's happening, apparently. And if they're seeing everything is real, then they're seeing everything is real. It doesn't matter what is going on. It doesn't matter. It's everything. That's the amazing thing. It can't be wrong. It can't be right either. This is not about behaving or the truth or the best or no, it's what it is. It's very simple and ordinary what it is. Nothing to do with knowing. There's not knowing. It's what it is. Simple and ordinary, normal. Can be any response. It's energetic. Life is energetic. It's going like that. Without reason, it's chuk, chuk, chuk. But there's no one doing. It's empty. So whatever is going on, closing the computer, that's what's happening. Walking to the toilet. Walking is it. Already. Doesn't matter how the walking is happening, like this or this. Then that's what's happening. Nothing is right or wrong. That's a concept. It's what it is. Already. Thank you. Thank you. Mm. Oh.
Thank you, Roes.
Thank you. Hi.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rose.
Thank
Aye,
you,
aye.
Rose.
Thank you. Oh, wait. I can't.
Thank
oh,
you,
yeah.
Roes.
I stopped. I have to